Welcome to Getting to Know You, Stonebridge residents and staff. I think many of you will recognize where I'm standing to introduce a wonderful group of people that are here at Stonebridge, and many of you know either all of them or some of them. This is the Rehab department at Stonebridge, and I'm delighted to be here with 6 people who make it all work and to introduce you to their director. I'm going to be using first names in having this conversation because I know that people who come here call you by your first name, but our wonderful videographer is going to have all the proper names listed when we begin the show. So I'd like to turn this over to Meenal, who is the director, and have her explain exactly what we are seeing here and the people that we are meeting. So thank you for having us. We're delighted to be here and to meet your wonderful team, but we would like you to tell us really what goes on here.
Thank you, Ingrid. This is such a pleasure to be part of this project of Getting to Know You. It was back in September 2018 that I came here for an interview, and I fell in love with this place. And I wished and I prayed that please let me work here. And it was not just the structure or the beautiful building or the beautiful artwork, it was the people. And I was just blessed with such a great rehab team that it reminded me of what had hit a chord in me when I was in my high school.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
where was that?
There's a poem called Somebody's Mother. Somebody's Mother, in which a little boy helps cross a little old lady. He helps her cross the street. And the reason he says is because, boys, she's somebody's mother.
Nice, yeah.
And for some reason, I was in high school, but that has struck a chord. So I'm not the best therapist. I'm not the best manager. But that's a philosophy. That's my mantra. That everyone here is somebody's mother. Everybody here is somebody's father. And that's what I see in this team. That, yes, I can talk about their professionalism and their expertise and how skillful they are and proficient and talented. But the above and all is that they look at every single person they care for like they're the family members. And I thought that compassion, along with their talent, makes this rehab team very unique.
Oh, that's great.
And I would like to introduce all of them to you. I could just pass on the mic and have...
Why don't you give it to me and I'll pass it around. But I think one of the things that you told me and that I didn't understand, that not only do you have this team, but the rehab center is part of a team at Stonebridge. And I thought of it as a triangle, right? You want to just mention that?
That is very true. Actually, it's interesting. I'll even bring to the point. When I first came in, and as I said, it was in 2018, we were part of a contracted company. And then in 2019, we became in-house. And Mary Cannon got us all on board. And that was a blessing for all of us to be part of Spring Point community. So now the wonderful thing about this Spring Point community is that we are like, I can see the photographer with the tripod, and we just like the 3 legs of the tripod. The clinic, the fitness center, and the rehab department. We all work together to see, and there's like, we communicate with each other to see how we can benefit the community. So when somebody has a need for physical therapy, occupational therapy, or speech therapy, they are referred to the clinic. The clinic then gives us the referral form, we contact, we start the therapy services. And once they're done, we again communicate with the fitness center for them to continue on the gains that they've achieved with the rehab.
Right.
So it's all connected, the clinic, the fitness center, and the rehab team.
That is really great news. It really is a continuity then of care. And also it's interesting for the people the patients or the customers. I never know what to call people who come here. So I'm going to go to the front row here and have each one of you introduce yourself so we hear your voice and tell us what role you play here. Let me start with Melanie.
Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm a physical therapist assistant here. I've actually been working in this building 11 years, and I enjoy it immensely. Basically, as physical therapy, we are enabling, helping, assisting everyone to get back to their highest level of function so they can remain independent and happy.
That's great. And we're going to go here to the center to Joyce.
Hi, my name is Joyce. I'm the speech therapist here. I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia. I've worked here at Stonebridge for about 7 years. I have a son, 3 years old, and I live in Hillsborough. I work with people with various problems. So I work with people that have speech and language issues, and cognition problem, voice problem, and swallowing dysfunction. That's all.
That's all. That's quite a list. Charlene.
My name is Chun Lee. I'm an occupational therapist. I have worked here at Stonebridge for almost 6 years, and I really enjoy every day coming here. Sometimes the resident will ask and say, "Do you ever get tired of us?" And I always tell them I feel every day is a new challenge. Every day is there something new, and also everybody's different. That's what I tell them, and I really enjoy working here. As an occupational therapist, I mostly work now with the independent living facility. I used to walk all over the skilled nursing, assisted living, and independent living. So now I'm focusing on the independent living. I work with the home assessment for fall prevention, and I think of adaptive equipments, and also people will come to the therapy, and I work with the pain management for the upper body. So that's what I do.
What a list. It is amazing, multi-purpose people. And I have to say, on behalf of the residents, people love coming here. So you should know that. You're also kind about saying you love working here. Well, people like coming here. Now, I'll turn it over to you, Devin.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Hi, my name is Devin. I'm occupational therapy assistant. I have been working here for. I've been working here for a year now. It's been very rewarding for the entire year that I've worked here. And my job is basically to create systems and execute them in a way that allows people to function safely and effectively in their own home settings or in the most optimal setting. I think that's the best way to describe what my OT is.
Could I ask you where you got your training? You are working here with people who have been in this business for quite a while. But where do you go to school to learn what you do?
I went to Eastwood College in Ramsey, but a lot of the other experiences that I have, it seems like a culmination of all the different things I've done, ranging from biology degree, going all the way up to massage therapy, all the way through working in the hospitality services. All that comes together to help deal and work with people in a more effective way and comfortable way.
That's great, so that you know what's going on out in the real world in people's lives.
That does help. That does help.
Okay, now let's pass it down to, where are we on the list? Aris, that's right.
Hi, my name is Aris. I'm a physical therapist. I'm new in the team. I just joined in October of last year. Probably the youngest looking. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah. No. What I do is, before this, I was like a traveling therapist for one company. So I've been around for quite a while. Graduated back in '98. But so far, this is like my best full-time job. Yeah. I evaluate the patients, either assisted living, independent living, or subacute, and even long-term, and then assess the plan of care that we need to implement, set goals,
Mhm.
to return them to their current level of function. Yeah. I guess that's it. Yeah.
That's good, thank you. Lots of people don't want to quit, they like coming here, even they're all fixed up by all of you. Manil, would you like to say a little something about where you came from and your training, and then maybe conclude with something that you do that has nothing to do with physical therapy or rehab? We're going to ask each one to say something about what you do, what you have a hobby, or you ride a bike, or whatever.
So I'm from India, Mumbai, India, and I have I became a therapist in 1989. I did my master's in 1991, and I've been in this field ever since, except for maybe a year break. So, like Malcolm Gladwell said, if you've done 10,000 hours of something, you get really good at it. So I don't know if I'm really good at it, but I know I've done more than 10,000 hours.
Good. Who wants to go and tell us something about what you do when you're not working here? Chun-Li, I know what I hope one of the answers is.
Yes, I was a professional pianist before I started to be interested in healthcare field, and I still continue the piano teaching and performance. And every year I brought my students coming here and give concerts, and most of the residents really enjoyed it, except last year because of pandemic, so it was canceled. Hopefully we can resume this activity for everyone.
You're on our list as soon as we open. Joyce, what about you?
Okay. I used to do camping. I like to play games, video games, reading books. But since I've had my 3-year-old son, I think that's my only activity in my leisure time.
That's good enough.
Hey, your IT professional. You got to say that.
Yes. I live in Hillsborough. I have 3 adult children. I have 1 grandson who's 2, and another one that will be here hopefully very soon. So I do enjoy being with them. And I do like to be at home, gardening, reading. Those are pretty much my hobbies, walking, hiking. So that's what I do when I'm not here.
Okay, thank you. We'll pass it back to Aris.
Right now, busy with my 5-month-old boy. Yeah, so
that keeps people busy.
it's handful. Yeah, but I guess pastime I would say, watching Netflix. Then summer I'm like biking. Before the pandemic, I guess I would go to the gym because I live around here in Princeton, so I would go to Princeton Wellness, but that was cut off because of the whole pandemic.
Right.
Yeah, basically busy with my family. Seriously, that's my focus right now. Yeah.
Good. And Devin.
Just basic. Been in this field. Sorry, I've been in this field since 2016. Is when I graduated. I've worked at a few different places, and I've enjoyed every single one in this field. And it's a very rewarding field for me. It's something I've always been trying to do. I moved outside of here. I've been trying to learn the area. I used to live further north in New Jersey, so a lot of my time was consumed trying to learn about this Princeton, Plainsboro area. But also more of my time has been consumed with my 2-year-old son.
We ought to open a nursery here. I'm business.
But I was going out with them a bit, going to see all the sites and whatnot. But with the pandemic, it's been a little bit harder to do. But we still manage to get out every now and again, and it's a fun thing to do.
We'll do some of the paths around Stonebridge here.
I might.
They're really good. Well, I think you've gotten to know these 6 wonderful people who take care of us here. And I can't say that I wish you all could come here and meet them. That's not the right thing to say. But if you have met them, you know how wonderful they are as people and skilled in the work they do. And if you haven't been here, I hope this is reassurance that if you do need to have some kind of rehab in any way, that you will look forward to meeting them, because they will be certainly happy to greet you and take good care of you. So on behalf of all of Stonebridge, I want to thank Minal and the team. As wonderful people and as wonderful professionals, we're so lucky to have you here. As I say, I don't wish that everybody out there listening to us will come here and meet them in person. That's not the right thing. But if you're walking by for some reason, you can be sure that this is a good place to be. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed meeting the rehab department and knowing that they're also part of a team serving you with the fitness center and with the clinic. Thank you all. We really enjoyed getting to know you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.